Today, we are in a political season. Next year, we are going to choose a leader worth running our nation. John Maxwell, a famous leadership guru, said, "Everything rises and falls on leadership. Nation's direction for the next 6 years rests upon the leaders of the land we are going to elect into office. Leadership, whether political or spiritual, is not easy but difficult. First and foremost, a leader's character must be proven and tested in order for him to have the moral ascendancy to lead honorably. Remember, trust is one of the foundations of leaders' relationship with his people. In that sense, one of the ways by which a leader is being tested is on the area of his impartiality. It is a sense of being fair, objective, and unbiased. For example, in a court of justice, it is particularly important that a judge be impartial and serve justice fairly to all people concerned. Unfortunately, in a nation where political compromise is a national culture, for self-preservation purposes, being impartial is a real struggle. But in the Bible, Jesus demonstrated how to be an impartial leader. In Luke chapter 9, verse 51 up to 55, let me read. When the days drew near for him to be taken up, he set his face to go to Jerusalem. And he sent messengers ahead of him, who went and entered the village of the Samaritans to make preparations for him. But the people did not receive him because his face was set toward Jerusalem. And when his disciples James and John saw it, they said, "Lord, do you want us to tell fire to come down from heaven and consume them?" But he turned and rebuked them. During the crucial days in the life of Christ prior to his crucifixion, he intended to go to Jerusalem. As part of his preparations, he sent messengers ahead of him to the village of the Samaritans. But contrary to expectation, the Samaritans did not receive him, especially when they found out that he was heading towards Jerusalem. During those days, Jews and Samaritans had a distant relationship. Christ's disciples, James and John, sought his approval to pray for the fire of judgment to consume the Samaritans, and they thought Jesus would give an approval to their suggestion. Instead, Jesus rebuked them openly, which means he rejected such idea because it wasn't fair and just. It is like giving an instant death penalty against the Samaritans, which was contrary to the purpose of Christ's coming of seeking and saving the lost. Jesus is an impartial leader. He does not tolerate what is wrong and makes decisions objectively. He would call out, correct, rebuke anyone, whether Samaritan or Jews, if he had to. He does not show favoritism in all aspects of his leadership, whether high public official or ordinary citizens. He sees black as black and white as white. It means that what is wrong and right is right, whoever is doing it, whether Pharisees or his own disciples. Jesus is consistent in his judgment, and he would always be fair and just with everyone. Jesus demonstrated leadership by example, by being unbiased, and that makes him worth following in the eyes of his disciples. If Jesus shows partiality by tolerating the wrong of those close to him, he would lose his moral ascendancy to lead and fail to reflect the image of God as a just God. Jesus taught and demonstrated righteousness before his disciples as he leads them. His example of impartial judgment is crucial in the lives of those who follow him to show that he is worthy of their respect. Being impartial is one of the characteristics of a good leader. If you are a leader, you need to exercise impartiality in your judgment and decision. As a leader, being impartial means nobility. Have the courage to correct the people you are leading when necessary, whether they are close to you or not. It has been said, open rebuke is better than secret love. Always cling to what is right and good, regardless of the price you shall pay. Be committed to what is fair and just, no matter how difficult it is. Let us pray that by His grace we can all reflect one of the characteristics of Christ in our leadership. being impartial at all times. Have a great day.